I've got some goodies. Ah, the chicken just bit me. The chickens are a little excited because I have a jar of sprouts here for them and they are so excited. They love these sprouts, so let's give them a treat. Today I think I'm gonna make some treats for those chickens, and it's pretty simple. I'm gonna show you how to do it. All you need is a jar, and you need some water, and you need some seeds of some sort. We are going to sprout this, and it's gonna be awesome, and your chickens are gonna love you for what you do for them. What you need is to get yourself some beans, some seeds. Today we have lentils, we have navy beans, we have black-eyed peas, which I've never done before, and we have some sunflower seeds. So get your jar, and I wanna show you something here. I've got a lid on here, and I hope that I can get this to show up on camera, but what I actually have is a piece of screen that is acting as my lid. And the reason that I have this is so these jars are gonna be easier to drain when they are soaking and when I'm rinsing them, and it's just easier to get the water out. You can use cheesecloth, you can just use your fingers, whatever you need to do to drain these jars, because you're gonna have to do it a couple times a day. But my husband was awesome and found me some screen and cut me out these lids, and that works really, really well for this. So if you have access to that, do it, because it's super helpful. You're going to take these beans or seeds, whatever you're using, and you're gonna put a half cup into your jar, whatever kind of seed you're using. Half cup of navy beans into the jar without spilling. Just like that. Wouldn't a canning funnel be really helpful at this point? All right, now we've got all those beans in there. What's the next step? It's very simple. All we're gonna do is fill these up with water. Now we're just gonna put the covers on them. Now you need to find a place to put them that's gonna be convenient for you for a week or so. I just like to keep them on my kitchen counter because I'm not 20 anymore, and if I have them out of sight, they will be out of mind, and I will forget that I am doing this until there's a horrible smell coming from somewhere in the house. These are just going to sit with water, soaking overnight, and then we will do the next step in the morning. All right, it's day 2 of sprouts, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. We have all these jars that we filled last night. The seeds, beans, whatever, have been sitting in the water overnight. Now we are going to drain these. We are going to rinse them, and we're gonna let them sit on the counter again overnight with no water in it this time, okay? So let's go do that. This is where that screen top works really, really well. Just use it like a little drain thing, and it makes it really, really fast. And then we've got this. This is gonna sit on the counter with no water in it. You can rinse it once a day, you can rinse it twice a day, 3 times a day. At least once a day though, don't forget to rinse it. Let's do the rest of them. Resist the urge to knock these around a bunch. One time when we were doing sprouts, I got really, really crazy with, when I was draining it, I was shaking the seeds a lot. What I ended up doing was busting the seeds open. It kind of turned into a pile of mush the longer it sat, so don't do that. So that first night we wanted to soak them in the water. They sat in the water overnight. Now we just want to get them a little bit moist, and we're gonna watch and see what they do over the next 4, 5, 6, 7 days. A couple times a day, if I'm in the kitchen and I think about rinsing them, I'll rinse them, but otherwise I just do it once a day. So let's watch and see what happens this week. Hey there, before I rinse today, I'm gonna show you in the lentils, we've already got a whole bunch of stuff going on today. These are the black-eyed peas. There's a little bit of stuff going on in there. Sunflower seeds are starting to grow. Navy beans are a little slower. These are looking really, really good. Sunflower seeds are also looking good. The navy beans and the black-eyed peas are a little bit slower, but they're still working on it. Now you will notice with the lentils, they expand and they take up more of the jar. That's why you don't want to put more than a half cup of the lentils in the jar, because they expand and they grow and they take up more of the jar. With things like sunflower seeds, obviously they're growing in there, but they're not really expanding. All the other beans like this, they all expand as they're starting to sprout. So make sure you don't fill the jars too full, otherwise you're gonna have, well, a mess. It is day 6 and these are absolutely ready to go out to my chicken friends. I was just going to tell you, 6 days with these lentils was super fast, but this particular time with 6 days on the navy beans is not particularly fast. Last time we did navy beans in 6 days, they looked like that jar of lentil. It all depends on the temperature in your house, it depends on the beans, it depends on the sun and the stars and the moon. I'm going to keep rinsing these and sprouting these as long as it takes for them to get good and sprouty, but I think these lentils are ready to go out to the chickens. They love the sprouts. As you can see, the sprouts are all gone. They have demolished them and they're having a great time. So if you want to try something super fun and super awesome for your chickens, I highly suggest you try out sprouts.